Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, you're welcome. My name is Anita Fun, and if you haven't subscribed, can you subscribe to help this channel grow? And if you're a member, you're welcome back. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you on how to draft this trending draped skirt pattern. This was a requested tutorial of one of my fans on Instagram. So if you want to know how I do this, keep on watching. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start by folding my drafting paper into two. Once I'm done folding it, I'll go ahead to hold it on so when I'm working on it will not move. Next thing I'm going to do is I will draw a straight line, which is going to be my guideline, as well my waistline. After drawing the line, the next thing I'm going to do is I'll go ahead to measure from my waist to my hip deep line, which is 8 inch. I will mark it up. Then I'll measure from my waist to the length of the skirt, which I'm going to go with 18.5 inch, and mark it up. After marking it up, I'll go ahead to connect it up with a straight line. I'll as well do the same thing here. I'll go ahead now to mark the waistline, the hip deep line, and the length of the skirt. Now next thing I'm going to do is I'll come here on my waistline. I'll take 1/4. I'm going to be putting 1/4 of my waist measurement. Round my waist is 28. 28 divided by 4 will give me 7 inch. I'll mark it up. Then I'm going to add 1 inch of allowance. I'll come down to my hip deep line. I'll put 1/4 of my hip measurement. Round my hip is 37. 37 divided by 4 will give me 9.025. Then I'm adding 1 inch of allowance. Now at this downer part, I will come here and measure whatever I have from here to here. That was 10.025. Then I'm going to minus 1 inch from there. I'll be left with 9.025. I will mark it up. After marking it up, I'll go ahead now to connect it up. Now once we're done connecting it up, I'll go ahead now to cut. Here, the next thing I'm going to do is to slant the front pattern by ½ inch, because you know the front is always different from the back. Now after slanting it down, I'll just go ahead now to cut it up. I'll go ahead now to open up my pattern. This is what you have. Next thing I'm going to do is I will measure 6 inch downward from here to here. Then after doing so, I'll go in by 1 or 2 inch. I'm going to mark 2 inch. Now you're going to decide on where you want the drape to fall, if you want it to be on the left or if you want it to be on the right. Okay, once you're done deciding where you want your drape to be, you're going to mark that 2 inch. I marked that 2 inch because I wanted mine to be on the right. So I'll come here at this down up, I'll go in by 6 inch. Then I'll connect from here all the way to that 6 inch. I'm going to be using my French curve ruler like this, but you can as well use your free hand if you don't have a French curve ruler. Once I'm done connecting it like this, I'll just go ahead now to cut that up. Once I'm done cutting this up, I'm going to go ahead and take another paper, place this on top. I will cut the same pattern like this one I have here before we proceed at the front. So pinning it, then I'll go ahead and cut it so we have 2 pieces of this. Okay, this is what we're going to have, but we'll remove 1 piece aside. I'll place it. Then I will come here. I'm going to measure 1.025, 1.025, and 1.025. You can mark 1 inch, but go me 1.025 is good. Then after doing so, I have 4 dots here. I will come to this other side. I'm going to mark 2 inch and 2 inch, 2 inch, and make sure you count the dot that you have there and you mark the same thing here. After doing so, The next thing I'm going to do now is I'll go ahead now to connect like this. Once we are done connecting, I'll just go ahead now to cut it up. Make sure when you're cutting it, you don't cut everything out. Now that we are done slashing it, I'll go ahead now to take another paper. I'll place this on top now. I will first of all try to hold it so it will not like be moving up and down, okay? You can use a paper tape or anything. Then I will come here like this. I'm going to mark 2 inch and bring this one all the way to the 2 inch. I hold it up here. Then I will mark again 2 inch like this and bring the other one here. I hold it up so it will not move when I'm working on. And I'll do the same thing to the last one. That's the second to the last. I'll mark 2 inch. Then I'll bring this one all the way to this 2 inch. I hold it up. The last one I'll do the same thing. That's to mark 2 inch, okay? Hold it up. Once we're done holding it up, now next thing I'm going to do is to fold it up like this, just to bring that 2 inch to the other 2 inch like this. Fold it inside here. Take your time because you know this paper is kind of hard, so it's tricky to hold. That's to fold it up. Take your time and fold it. If you want, you can go ahead to use pin here because I realized that using the tape is not really is opening, so I'll end up using pins at the end. All right, hold it up so it will not move. Then I'll move to the second one. I'll move to the second one. That's to bring this other part like this. Follow up on what I'm doing here. As you can see what I said, that the tape is not really working. I will bring this other part all the way to this other 2 inch that I mark here like this. Then I'll hold it up. Make sure everything is straight and nice. You can use this soft transparent paper. I did not have it at home. That's why I was using it. But if you have it, go ahead to use it. It will be easy for you to manipulate. Okay? I'll just continue doing the same thing. Once I'm done, I'll just come here and draw a straight line. Sorry. I'll draw a straight line here. Pin it up or anything you can do to hold it. Draw a straight line here like this, just to label it up. Then I'll go ahead now to cut it up. Once I'm done cutting it, I'll go ahead to remove my pins, okay? And move the tape that I did before. Remove all the tape, then we'll go ahead to open it up. When I'm done removing all the tape, this is what we should have. We should have something like this, you can see. Now we just go, I'll go ahead first of all to hold it up so it will not like be moving up and down. Pin it up with a pin. All right. Then now I will take up the other piece. This dropped part is going to go on the top, while the other one go under. Okay, see, like this. Now, if you notice that this other part is longer than the other parts, you can see, okay, that the one that going to the left is shorter than the one that going to the right. But if you fold it up, drop it up, you notice that everything is going, the length is going to be the same. Okay, now I'll just go ahead now to create the waistband. If you, for those of us that are going to be using a waistband, or for those of you that will want to make a dress, you just go ahead to add the top to it. There's no need for you to add. That's to add the waistband, or if you want you can add the waistband as well. So I'll just divide my waist by 4 while adding 1 inch for allowance. Then I'll measure 2 inch here and mark it up. Just go ahead now to connect it with a straight line. I will cut that up and we are done with this pattern. So once I'm done, this is what we have here. We have this all together. So I hope you all love this tutorial. Do not forget to give me a thumbs up, like, comment and share. Hope to see you on my next project. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching.